Hello, I am back. Okay, so for the second portion of this video, I am going to try and recreate Farrah Fawcett's shag hairstyle. So I did the makeup and that was in my last video, and you can see here I have like a very light eye, bronzy kind of glowy look, some like frosted lip, which may have rubbed off at this point, but anyway, this is what I'm gonna do. I've got two curling irons. I've got a 1 inch and a 1 1/4. I'm gonna do my best to try to set my hair the way that she did it, see what I can do. So I got my brush. I also have some dry shampoo to get a little bit of volume because she's fluffy, and some light hairspray. So let's see how this goes. All right. One of the things that's classic in the picture, I have a mirror in front of me, so that's what I'm gonna be looking at, is she's got a lot of volume right here. A lot of volume right here, and she's got curls on the ends. Not a ton of volume back here, just like fluffed. So as you can see, I'm kind of wearing this bang. The shag is in. I know you guys are all scared of this kind of bang situation, and yeah, sometimes I feel like I have a mullet, and that's I think what people are afraid of, but the face framing bang is so cool, so flattering. So, you know, I might go a little more extreme with mine, but you know, be brave. Like, it's just hair, it grows back, and you gotta evolve. You gotta recreate yourself. It's fun. So the shag has been back for like 2 years, and I've been trying to tell you guys that. So now you'll see it all over everything, like when you're on Instagram and in fashion shows and stuff. Okay, so I'm gonna start with like some dry shampoo, and I'm just gonna kind of put it at my roots to give my hair a little fluff. My hair does not have a ton of natural volume, so you can actually put your dry shampoo on clean hair to give it a little bit of volume. I do that sometimes. It just depends. Actually, I need a lot of volume right here, so and here. So I'm gonna put it right there. I'm using IGK Jet Lag. It smells really good. I like it. It was recommended to me at my color store, and you know, I like it. It gives the hair a little bit of texture. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. we're gonna set it. It's gonna hold better if you do it that way than just doing it with a curling iron or a blow dryer. So I'm gonna start at the bottom, and where's my clip? This clip to get this out of the way. And let's see. So what you want to do I want to use the big curling iron or the small? I'm going to use the bigger one for my length because I don't want it to shrink up too much. You know, when you curl it, it's already going to lose length, but this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to spray it first. Light hairspray. And I'm going to use my curling iron. This is my 1 1/4. I'm going to keep my sections vertical, so meaning I'm gonna hold the curling iron up and down like this. So grab it in the middle, wrap it around, and all the way to the ends. Now today we never curl our ends, but to recreate this look, I want to curl the ends. And then once it's warm, put it in your hand like that, and we are gonna clip it up so it can cool in this shape. Just pull it close to your head like that. I'll try to get a picture from the back so you can see. And then I'm gonna take a little duckbill clip and just pin it like that. So hopefully you can see that. And I'm gonna do that 3 times back here. So again, keep it vertical. Kind of work this section all the way through to the end. Get it nice and warm. Drop it into your hand like that. And then you're gonna pull it up close to your head and let it set. Now, if I was getting ready and I was normally doing this, I probably would do my hair first and then I would put my makeup on as this was cooling, because it would give it time to really set. But I kind of did things in a reverse order today, and that's okay. When I get my hair out, I just wanted it to be the final product. So I did my makeup first. Now, if you drop it like this, you can see what the curl is, but just pick it up while it's still warm. And it doesn't have to be perfect because you're gonna brush this all out anyway. But what you wanna do is just get those curls in there and let them cool like that, because they're gonna last a lot longer if you set them. Hot rollers would also be awesome, because I think back, you know, when Farrah was doing this, she was probably definitely using hot rollers, but I don't have a set of hot rollers. So maybe I need to invest in some. Okay, next section. Now the part around your face is gonna be really important, and I just have to figure out how to get this to really look like her. This is the part where hers is, you know, really big right there. So hairspray on dry. I'm gonna use the smaller curling iron around my face because I really want an impact. Just trying to figure out what my dogs are barking at. I really want an impact. So I'm gonna hold this section up like this. I'm not gonna curl it down here because I don't want the curl to be all down here. I want it to be off of my face. So you gotta hold it up like this. And I'm gonna pull it forward as I'm curling it, because then it's over directed a bit and it's not gonna give me, how do I explain this? It's not gonna give me volume going like off the head. It's gonna come forward because she's got that kind of like feathered around the face look. Kind of, I mean, she is the feathered around the face icon. She is feathered. She made feathered a thing. So by kind of like pulling it forward like this as I'm curling it, when I take the clips out and I brush it back, it's gonna have much more of a feathered look, because my haircut is not super feathered. It's just layered. So we're gonna kind of like fudge it. Again, if you drop it, it's okay. You just kind of, whoops, just kind of get it up like that, back into the curl. And clip this up. All right, so I'm just gonna go around the head here in kind of small sections, but very important to lift it like this. And actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna tease at the root just a little bit like that before I put the curling iron to it, because my hair is flat and nothing about Farrah Fawcett's hair was flat. She was like a walking blob of hair. So I need to try to make it as big as possible. Okay. Kind of roll that back and set it. Now, if this goes well, and I like the way it looks, then I was thinking I may actually kind of layer my hair a little bit more in the front and really try to like wear this style a little bit more. I think it's not practical, gosh, especially as a mom, to think that I can like shower and blow out my hair and style it and curl it and spray it and all that stuff every day. Heck no. I have no time. My son really likes to be held, so you know, I have toys and things for him to sit in, but for me to get an hour to get ready to go somewhere, nope, not gonna happen. So this kind of style is something that you can do and then just touch it up in theory. Okay. But if I cut it more to be styled like this, it's gonna be faster and easier. So today, this is just kind of a test run. All right, now I'm actually gonna switch back to my bigger curling iron for the back. The thing with the style of Farrah's hair, as I mentioned in my other video, the picture I'm trying to replicate is like her with this amazing tousled curly surfy hair in a, like, I think she's wearing a red bikini. And like I said, it's probably some cover photo from something very famous, but of course she looks gorgeous. She's not like all tiny little curls. The curls are on the ends and everything else is just fluffed and effortless. So this is to get those curls in there, but then it's all gonna be brushed out and shaken and sprayed. It's a very carefree look and it's really cool. So I want the back curls to be like a little softer because all of her oomph, shape and bounce and all that kind of stuff is like all right here. And then down here she's got, you know, like just almost natural looking curls. So if it's too curling ironish, I think it won't mimic how she had it styled. Okay. So one more. Now I guess you could say this is me playing with hair while I don't have clients. Although I don't have very many clients that let me be this outside of the box, daring with their hair. I do have a couple clients that are like, whatever, do whatever you want, and that's really fun. And I used to have a lot of fun styling people's hair. You know, not everything is color and cut. Not everything is touching up gray or doing a balayage. Part of the really fun thing about hair is like the creativity and the spatial change and all that kind of stuff. So I love styling, and I think it's an art that is lost. People really used to style their hair. Well, actually, they would go to the salon and have it done. So they would have it set like this. They would go to the salon and have it washed and set and sit under a dryer and then fluffed and sprayed and teased, and then they would go home for a week. And they would just touch it up or wear it in a certain style. Whoops. So it would preserve for like a week, and we just, we don't really take that time to do our hair anymore. Maybe some people do, but I don't mean clean, like wash your hair and dry it. That's not what I mean. I mean, do you have a look? I just find myself wearing, when I want to wear my hair a certain way, I wear it down and straight, and it's just so boring for me. So this is how I'm having fun, and you know, coping with not being able to put my hands on any of your hair. So I'm still using my 1.25 inches. I'm getting as close to my scalp as I can, and that is because I want to create the most volume as possible. Now there's something that we learned in hair school, and this is going to be really technical, so you may lose me on this, but it's worth explaining real quick. When you take a section of your hair and you're going to curl it, where the hair comes from is called the base. And whether you put the curl on base or off base is going to determine how much volume is at the base of the curl, like on your scalp. So when it's off base, meaning the actual curl that you're making is pinned forward or behind, like where it's growing off of your head, I guess if that makes sense, is going to predict, or if it's over directed, meaning if it's like pulled in one direction or another, is going to predict and tell you how much volume it has. So these curls that I'm doing are off base. I'm over directing them off of where they're actually growing. Because, well, in certain places, because I want some of them to have certain kind of volume and some of them to not. Okay, I'm getting really technical here, so I'm sure my hairdressers are like, yeah, they're following me, but the rest of you guys are like, why is she talking about on base and off base curls? I mean, who cares? Well, it does matter, because those are the tiny things that I do, or any hairdresser does, that creates a look to be a certain way, and then you go home and you're like, I did exactly what you did, and I used the products, and it doesn't look the same. That's why, because there's like little things like that, you know. I put your curls off base, you put your curls on base, and all of a sudden it just changes everything. It's the difference between you leaving with a beach wave or you leaving with like a more formal like prom-y S wave. Just those details. So I'm over directing this forward. I'll show from the side. I'm pulling this really forward, because when I take this out, I want to brush it, and I want the direction of the hair to be down and then back. Down and then back. So I get that shag look. Now I don't really have a super shag haircut. I just have a baby shag. I just have this, which, you know, for some people is extreme, but for me it's not that bad. I like having a full bang. I think it's fun. It looks different every day. Some days it looks like really crappy, and some days it looks really good. And different things affect it, the weather and the humidity and the products and all that. But all right, so I'm on to kind of like my top section here, and this is what I'm gonna do. Okay, clip this out of the way. I'm coming from the back, and I'm gonna go forward. So I'm going to give this a spray, and I am going to put my curls on base, right on top of them, right on top of where they come from, going backwards. And I'm going to use the small curling iron. The smaller curling iron has more of an extreme bend, so you're going to get more volume. I'm going to pull it forward like this, over direct forward, and go all the way to the end. And you want to let it sit on the section until you can feel the warmth come all the way through your hair. And then just like that, so hopefully you'll be able to see that, I'm gonna clip it right on top of where it came from. Now I'm gonna try to focus in on that very closely. Whoops. My son is taking a nap again, and I just need to adjust his head. have him in a little vibrating chair, and he's still like just under 6 months old, so he still kind of falls asleep with his head like that. And it makes me a little nervous because he's not really supposed to have his head like that. I know he will pick it up, but you just gotta watch him. Okay, so let me do that again. Here's the section. I'm gonna come forward and roll the entire section through, like that. I'm gonna pull it all the way to my scalp like that. And let it get warm through the curling iron, or through the hairpiece. And then put a little clip. So on this top part here, and pretty much all the way up through to my bangs, I really want it to really pop. So using a small curling iron and over directing it forward like this is how I'm gonna do that. Texture in hair is coming back. So, you know, like fashion hairstyles go through cycles. So big and textured and curled will be really popular for like 10 years. And then it slowly gets smoother and straighter and flatter, and smoother and straighter and flatter. And then the next 10 years, it's like straight and parted. So think of like 60s hair, which was big, to 70s hair, which was parted and long and straight, to like 80s hair. So late 70s, you got the shag, and then it got bigger and bigger and bigger to the 80s, where you've got perms and bangs and like tons of texture. And then you go to the 90s and it started to get straighter again, and everybody wore their hair straight for like 2000, flat ironed. And then it's going back again. So we've got texture coming back. We've got beach waves is kind of the phase that we've been in for the past, I don't know, 3 to 5 years. You go on in any magazine, you go any TV show, people are wearing their hair beach waved. So it's waved. It's not super straight. It's not super curly. It's kind of in the middle. It's effortless. Straight on the ends. Not too full. Not too like teased up and big. It's got texture down the middle. So people are creating a bend in the hair, and it's very lived in, and that's what's happening right now. But you know, that curve, that pendulum is going back towards texture, so it's going to get bigger and bigger, and the curls are going to get tighter and tighter. That's what's going to be the style. And who knows, we may be doing perms again. A perm is a really good way to put texture in your hair when you don't have it. Like someone like me who has like straight hair that's pretty soft, doesn't really stand up too well, you gotta get perm. And in maybe 5 to 10 years from now, it will be like 80s hair again. And it'll be really fluffed and big and textured and bangs. And then 10 years after that, things will still slowly smooth out again, and the style will be long and straight. So it's really crazy how that pendulum swings. But, you know, as hairdressers, we try to stay ahead of it, well, on the front of it. And that's why we go to classes and we pay attention to what people are asking for. And you just take the old and make it new. So we're gonna take 80s hair and incorporate new techniques, new color patterns, like the colors that are gonna be popular with the texture is gonna be different. Nobody was balayaging in the 80s. Boiling was just coming around. So highlights were kind of a new thing. And now the style will be different. It'll be updated, but it's still kind of coming back from an old style, which is really cool. Okay, so I'm going little section by section here. I'm holding it straight up. I'm giving it a good little spray. Farrah's hair is bouncy and it's big, but it's effortless. It's not crispy. It is, hey, I just woke up like this and I'm beautiful and I was on the beach. You can't tell if I was on the beach today or if I spent 2 hours in the salon. That is what is so cool about her look. Is it's just very careless. So I'm just going and getting a lot of volume around this front part. And I'm doing little sections, and I'm still using my 1-inch curling iron because this front part, like I said, is her signature. Now, my phone is telling me that it might die. So if I lose you, I will come back because I'm almost done and I don't really want to plug it in for the last like 2 minutes. So this is kind of the last piece anyway. Okay. So do you see, I want these little tiny curls and these pieces to be around my face, but then the back, I just want it to be waved and kind of cohesive. So that's why I use 2 different size curling irons. I don't want to be total curly Sue because that's not her look. She's just big. Okay. Should I do this piece? Yes. Okay, I'm gonna do this piece because I think it's gonna make a difference if I have this curled. Oh boy. Okay. Let's curl this guy. That's gonna give me a lot of volume right there, letting this piece set. Okay, so this is what I have going on. My bangs are pretty short. If my bangs were a little longer, I would probably take this section and do it in one big curl like that, because then I would like blow it. But my bangs are pretty short, so I can't really put that into a curl. I'm just gonna kind of have to incorporate that into the hairstyle and probably like wear them down like this or fluff them a little bit. Okay, so I'm gonna give it like just a little spray like that. Maybe I should plug in my phone. Let's see. If this sets, if this is set anyway, then maybe I'm almost done. Yeah. This does not need to be like, it doesn't need to sit forever. Okay, so take these bottom pieces out, these bottom clips out. You really just want to wait until the hair is cooled off. The longer it sits cooled, like the hotter it gets and the longer it sits cooled, the longer it's gonna last. So if it's hot and you take it out, it's just gonna fall out, but it doesn't need to sit forever. This back part is totally cool, so I'm gonna take it out. So I'm just taking out these little clips. And I have no idea what this is gonna look like. So you are going to see this right when I do. Okay, this is fun. Oh, so fun to set your hair. See how bouncy it is? That is just her signature kind of thing. Hi, buddy. All right, go around my face here. So I'm really kind of like creating this shag, faux shag, so I don't really have a shagged haircut, with the curls being tighter here and looser here. See, when I brush it all out, it's gonna look really good. Okay, so here's what's happening in the back. Do you see how I have this volume and the bounce from having the curls like so close to my head? Give that a little extra spray. Okay. Come on. This is fun. All right, almost done. A couple more. Pull these out. See, it doesn't have to sit very long. Just gotta get that heat in there. Okay, so here's what it looks like all, whoops, all taken out of the set. It's pretty. And I am going to take my brush, whoops, let me center you. There we go. And I'm going to brush it. Oops, I forgot a clip. This is so cool. Okay, brush it out. Oh my God, this worked very well. Oh, this is very Farrah. Just gotta get this all. Brushed out. Okay. Now, she would spray this part. Definitely big right here. Definitely big right here. And definitely big right here. My haircut works very well for this. All right, let's give a look at the back here. How do I flip this around? I don't know if I can flip it around. Okay, well, anyways, you can see this is the final result. I think it's super cool. I mean, look at that. That is so cool. What do you think, buddy? Does mommy look like Farrah Fawcett? Yeah, this is awesome. So what did that take? Like 20 minutes? Now I was going really slow and I've not been in practice. But if you were doing this, you could fly through it really quickly. Super cool. Okay. Comment below on a scale of 1 to 10 how well you think I did becoming Farrah Fawcett. And also, I'm thinking I might try to recreate some different celebrities' hairstyles because this is really fun. So thanks for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Have a great day.